And we are underway from the Superdome. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. There's Chris Olave. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he is going to dive to the turf. What a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Black 40, slash red, claws red, black ultra.
Now Love. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. There he goes, right side. Nico Collins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Nico Collins, 91 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Jeff Fox taking off for the Lions.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Olave holds it in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Second and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Saints defense, and they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And some room to run now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Love now. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This to Laporta, right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Looking to put a drive together. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On the play. That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The Saints had 10-6 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Looking to put a drive together.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Black, 10 black. You, yellow.
Here's Love. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. When you look at the Saints defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, so they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready. 50. Eagle blue. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere.
Right. White.
Throwing. Love. They'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now.
He's got him in. Complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Saints Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now for the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Nifty move. And the decision to bring it out of poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 18
Love.
play. First down.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's loose again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints have retaken the lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have yet again retaken the lead.
The Lions.
Love throwing for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the out route. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 27 yards. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
56, Lions 53.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. That is caught by Laporta. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good.
Black
Lions, 1st down.
Set, ready.
A gain of 21 yards.
Now Love.
1st down, Detroit.
He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A 23-yard
Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
What a tug-of-war this game has been. A tie at the half. I remember when I was playing, my coaches always talked about the first 5 minutes of each half. That's where you can gain the momentum and seize an opportunity. We've got one team in position to do that right now.
Play fake. Here's Love. Pass to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Go ready. Ready?
Love now. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 27 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. Threw it, opening, and there he goes. Chris Olave. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave, 84 yards. And the Saints take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play. and try and change the momentum of this game.
52 Bulls.
First down, Lions.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Love. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He'll try to do it himself. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 11. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Olave holds it in. 2nd down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Lions' 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints have moved out in front. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44-yard.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Love from the gun. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but they'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be second and 10. They'll set up to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. On this, taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. High-scoring first half, and to this point, a high-scoring second half. A lot of offense, Charles.
Very entertaining game for guys like you and me, being able to watch it. Anyone who's here in the stadium, they've got to be having a blast, wondering who's going to score next and who's going to gain an advantage. For people who hate this,
the guys that play your old position, right?
My old position, anyone on defense, this is not a satisfying game for them, not at all.
Yeah, these offenses rolling. On play action, Love to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw now. Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll pitch it out to Gibbs here. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 37 yards. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a pretty quick burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. 145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
83. Lions 79.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snap. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. He got 29 yards that time.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. He completes it to Olave. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Down. 10 black.
Here's Love. This to Laporta, right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Smash. Red. Hut.
Love finds Gibbs on the check down. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
52 blaster. Fury. Yellow. Hut.
Love looking to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Thrown outside, caught by Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Detroit Lions.
Set. Ready. Smash. 45. Hut.
Gibbs straight ahead. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
First down, Detroit.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Here we go. 50 green. Vito blue.
Now Love. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for New Orleans,
the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
and now they'll await the final